Top left.
Bravo. Bravo's neutral.
Turret enabled at Alpha.
Hey guys, I'm Clint Flair Woo. Welcome back to another Division build video, and today I'm going to bring you my final measure special build. This I love running with because of the main reason is the EDR, which helps immensely on the build. It mitigates so much bleed, which is awesome, especially in Skirmish Last Stand where it is rife with pred builds. Take a look at this, build it like this, and you'll have a huge amount of success in Skirmish and Last Stand. Let's do this. Okay, so final measure. What does final measure do? We'll go through the set bonuses now. Set bonus 2 is 25% exotic damage resilience. Set bonus 3 is 15% protection from elites. Set bonus 4 is final measure. When in range of hostile grenades or mortars, diffuses them and adds grenades to your inventory. Can only happen once every 8 seconds. And set bonus 5, an extra 15% EDR and an extra 15% protection from elites. Okay, so I'm running with Savage Gloves. What does Savage do? Critical hit chances increased by 7% against targets out of cover. Okay, so let's go through the gear and we'll see how I've got it rolled, and you'll see why I'm really in awe of this build. My chest piece is rolled into stamina with health, EDR, ammo capacity, and 2 stamina exotic damage resilience mods. And the mask is rolled into stamina with EDR, burn resistance, and stamina exotic damage resilience. And the knee pads is rolled into firearms with exotic damage resilience, disarm resistance, shock resistance, and blind death resistance. And stamina mod, which is again exotic damage resilience, and a 5% support station healing speed mod. The holster, it is critical hit chance and 5% support station healing speed. Savage Gloves, they are rolled into firearms with SMG damage, critical hit damage, and critical hit chance. And finally, the backpack is rolled into firearms with critical hit damage, burn resistance, and the mods, stamina exotic damage resilience, and 2 support station healing speed mods. Okay, we'll go through the weapons. I'm running dual house. The first house is deadly responsive card counter. And the attachments, crit chance, crit damage, and a little bit of accuracy and reload speed on there as well. In terms of the secondary, it is rolled into Unforgiving, Deadly, Card Counter, and baked heavily into Critic Damage and Critic Chance. Now, in terms of these, why I've chosen these two particular talents for my house, we'll go with the primary. Deadly and Responsive go hand in hand, which is very nice. You could use Responsive and Unforgiving, which is a really good combination as well, because that's just raw damage. I do like a little bit of critic damage on the build. Responsive will give me that extra 10%. Critic damage will give me extra 15%. And the key is when I'm running low with my primary house, I will switch to my secondary, which has Unforgiving, and that will automatically proc the 10% damage from missing one health segment. And if I'm missing two health segments, that's 25% extra damage, which is really, really good. Also coupled with Deadly as well. In terms of the character sheet, now, my primary house has 42% critical hit chance, 120% critical hit damage. That critical hit chance does not factor in the Savage Gloves. So that Savage Glove, for some reason, doesn't factor onto the character sheet, and that my critical chance is hitting 49% against targets out of cover, which is exactly where I want this build to be, and that's perfect for me. Critical damage is 120%. That's really good, really strong. No damage release, no health and kills. Now I've got the build set out. This is a PvP build. No skill haste. In terms of survivability, the creme de la creme is this 83% exotic damage resilience, which is max. It's max DDR. So if I'm facing against any pred builds, I will not face any damage. I don't have any bleed resistance, so there will be several ticks. However, as soon as it hits, damage is mitigated so greatly, there's no real need for me to use any bleed resistance. So what I've done, I've bought into other resistances, for example blind, deaf, burn and disorient, and obviously shock, which again, if you do play skirmish and last stand, it is rife with shock turrets. So what I've done, I've got one of my own. It's as simple as that. I thought I'd build my own. I thought screw it, let's just do it this way. So yeah, there's a lot of shock resistance on there as well, which is good. In terms of talents and abilities, I'm rolling with a support station immunizer. Again, I have got 20% extra healing speed, which is nice. That's double the base rate, which is quite cool. And then I'm rolling with good old shock turret. This, again, I faced these many times, and it's highly, highly frustrating. But this gives you the edge in any encounter. You could use booster shot for the extra bit of DPS output and be a bit tankier. But again, you've got to fight fire with fire when you're playing against Preds. And Nomads especially, who've got more than 2 lives. This is key to input extreme amount of damage very quickly into them and to take them down, as seen in the gameplay footage. Go for the shock turret. And in terms of talents, I'm not using Adrenaline because I've got that sheer amount of EDR, which is immense, and I've got a support station, so in this I don't need it. What I have got equipped is Critical Save, Combat Medic, Fear Tactics, and what that does, that applies shock to any target, triggers a 30% chance per each target in a 10-meter radius. And again, teams are quite clustered together. If you do get someone on shock, there's a good chance you can get them on shock, and then you and your team can easily take them down. And Precision, that will give me 12.5% critical chance, 25% critical damage, and because of my current critical chance with Savage procced as well, it's 49%, that will give me the 60% max critic chance, and my critical damage is 120%, that will reach out to 145%. And again, Who Says Final Measures is a support build. You can use Final Measure however you damn wish. It's simple as that. And I've got this 5 and a 1, and it works perfectly for me, as you've seen in the gameplay footage. Okay, guys, this is my catch nades, deal damage, don't take any bleed build. This is fantastic. It really, really is. Yes, there are ways you can tweak it to suit your own playstyle. You could take off the Savage Gloves and replace it with a rehabilitated mask to make sure you're healing from any bleed. But I don't bleed. It's as simple as that. So I don't really need the rehab mask. I've gone for the extra damage through Savage, and it works exceedingly well for me. Guys, so how are you running file measure in 1.8.3? Hopefully very similar to me, because this build absolutely rocks. It's really, really good. Playing in some really top tier players, and they find it very difficult for them to take me down, which is good. Exactly what I want. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like. If you want to see more Division content, please smash the subscribe button. Okay guys, take it easy. I'll see you soon in Skirmish Last Stand.